Hello there, this is T-Mac from www.wildfortheoutdoors.com.
And I'm Ferral from www.wildfortheoutdoors.com.
And who we got here?
This is Rick Friend.
Friend Knife Making.
This is Rick Friend from Friend Knife Making, and I tell you what, I have become a fan of his since Ferral here got me introduced to his knife work. He got me one for Christmas, and you know, it's the best knife I think I've ever owned, just to be quite honest with it. I bone with it, I fillet with it, I skin with it. It's done a lot of animals so far. And I know Ferral likes them.
Yeah, I like him. He did it real. He did a lot of it, people. he cleaned an entire deer, I think, with it. When I seen him the next day, he was legitimately happy with the blade that I brought him.
Well, I don't know how he does it, but I've never been able to sharpen a knife really well. But his knife, I can get razor sharp every time I sharpen. Is there a secret to that? You have
It all depends on the heat treatment.
Okay.
That's what it all boils down to. What makes a good knife or a bad knife is a proper steel with the proper heat treatment.
Now, what we got here, we got his tomahawk, which this one ain't done yet, but I know Frank has one that's complete. And tell us a little bit about this metal, why it looks like that.
That is what they call pattern welded. What most people call Damascus. It's not actually Damascus, it's pattern welded steel. This tomahawk has 300 layers on the outside, and on the cutting edge is 900 layers. What you do is you fold that over and forge weld it together. You put a piece in here, which makes 3 and 3, and then the piece you put in is 3, which makes 900 layers on the cutting edge.
How long does that take?
It takes a while.
It sounds like it takes a long time. And you got Bowie knife here with the shiny, that's what we call that?
Satin finish.
Satin finish, okay.
That's the curly maple handle. Everything is hand forged. I believe that the hand forged, everybody's got their own opinion, but to my opinion, I believe a hand forged is the best. I believe they'll hold up better, hold better edge, and they've got their advantages that you can make a hand forged knife, you know, you're not.
And now you put all this in there too, all the everything in the handle. What's this here?
This is camel bone with brass cap and a brass bolster, and this is just decorative work that I put in.
You do that too?
Yes, I do it all.
All right. And these sheaths, I really like these sheaths. And you say your wife does these?
My wife builds the sheaths. They're custom fit to every knife.
Custom fit to every knife. So
that's a heavy duty sheath.
Oh yeah, you can tell right there. That's over a quarter-inch, you know, leather right there.
Yeah.
What do they sew that with? Just.
She sews them all by hand.
Okay. Sews them
all out by hand.
She has to poke every hole and.
She pokes every hole.
Oh. That's going to last a while then.
It should last as long as the knife.
They are very beautiful. I love to look at them. Of course, I'm a knife fan, of course. I know Ferral is too. But, you know, I just thought I wanted to bring this to everybody. He is Friend Knife Making. Rick Friend is his name. They do have a website. What's your website?
www.friendknifemaking.com.
Alright, I'll put that at the bottom of the screen here. And you can also go to our website. We have a direct link right to his website. And you can get on, either way, get on there and go look at his product. And I'm telling you, he has the best knife that I've ever used. And he's also been very generous with us. And he donated this knife. What's this one called?
That's just a little utility knife, a little small skinner. That's
what I was thinking. It'd be good for maybe a young man to learn to skin a squirrel or anything like this. And
kind of a three-fingered knife.
What do you have that made out of? I mean, what materials are in that knife itself?
That has 15N20 and 1095.
And that's the steel?
Bandsaw and banding material. There's 4 different kinds of metal in that.
And
the handle is walnut, Native American walnut.
Right here from Missouri, probably.
Right here from Missouri. Everything I use is from America. I believe in American products.
I think that is very key. A lot of the knives you see nowadays, I'm not going to, down anything, but a lot of that stuff does come from overseas.
Yeah. And a lot of it's stamp made in America, but a lot of it is coming from overseas.
But I tell you what, these knives are going to last you. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love this sheath. I really don't want to give it away, but
he had to pry it out of his hand.
He donated this knife to Wild for the Outdoors for us to give away. And what we're going to do is, if you watch this video, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel and post us a comment on there. You know, whatever you want to say. You know, I want that knife or whatever. This would be a great gift for a kid getting into hunting. And, you know, I just think, I appreciate it. I really do. That's a very good thing you're doing here.
This one I was just going to show people. I've been after this knife for a while. And if you look, if Rick will tell us about it, he can tell us what kind of wood. It has apparently 5 brads in the handle. And it looks like it's got some kind of file work on the back of it. Can you tell us what's going on?
It has a vine pattern file on the back of it with the thorns, and that's all done with the chainsaw file by hand. The wood is layered, laminated wood.
And just so people know, we are avid knife carriers, because I carried this one all hunting season long. And I bought this from Rick along with another one. This is the, what'd you call it, Rick? Well design, or?
That's a random pattern.
Random pattern Damascus. And this knife will stay sharp. And as T-Mac put it, you know, you go back and you sharpen it, it'll bring the edge right back up on it. So I did hunt with this knife, and I did some gutting with this knife. And it held the edge, and when I needed to sharpen it, it brought it right back up.
The way that it sharpens right back up, I find absolutely amazing, because I've never been able to have that happen. I've never been able to sharpen a knife and get it razor sharp every time. And these do it.
So yes, we do advocate what we do carry. And we do carry what we advocate. So yes, by all means, if you want a good knife, there's a way that that's a good knife to have.
On the giveaway, after you subscribe and comment on it, it'll just be a random giveaway. No favoritism. We'll get a random number generator. Whatever number on the list you are, that's who gets the knife. And now we're going to take a walk out to a shop and just take a look around, and just come with us. We're out here in Rick's shop, and he wants to kind of show us around and tell us how this process works. So take it away.
Alrighty. I do all my own heat treating and tempering, and this is one of my heat treating ovens here that I use on my stainless. Over here is,
How hot does that get?
it's about 2,200 degrees. You can run it up to 2,200 degrees.
Plenty hot.
Over here is my forge that I do my Damascus work in. It'll run up to about 2,500 degrees.
Well, that gets even hotter.
Yeah.
So Damascus here and just stainless over here. Okay.
This is my small forge that I use to forge my blades. It don't use quite as much gas as the big one. Therefore, I use it to save a little gas.
Oh, gotta save a little money now and then.
Yeah.
This is what I like right here, the big anvil. It's still kind of warm.
Yeah, I just got done pounding one out on it.
I can see, you can see he sharpens them up good. So
yeah.
His finger's telling the truth right there.
There's a bar Damascus that I just got through forging today. I ain't quite done with it yet.
That's going to be a blade?
Yeah, I've done cut off one piece of it and forged out a blade. It's laying there. Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of pounding with the hammer.
That is. Well, that's where that press comes in.
Oh, okay.
It comes in handy on the start of it.
This is your press here.
My
hydraulic press.
Yes.
So you start here, finish over there, pounding them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do it.
The old black nosers here.
That one is probably the best grinder I believe I've ever seen. It's on a frequency drive. You can speed it up or slow it down.
And that's for detail work? Or?
That's for, from rough grinding right on down to the final polishing, up to the final polish I put on my hand with sandpaper. That gets me close.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, the final polishing. End up somewhat like that. That knife's a little dirty, but it's not quite done yet.
Easy, you done had one accident.
Cut my finger once on that knife.
You draw out all your own?
A lot of times I'll draw it out, and most of the time I'll just have something in my head, and I'll just, see the picture in my head.
Okay.
I'm not much of an artist, and a lot of times I'm usually better by drawing it out in my head.
You got quite a setup here, and I tell you what, I really appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And like we said, we like our knives around here at Wildfleet Outdoors. And if you want a good knife, this is the man to see.